Hello viewers, welcome to Abby's Coaching House, your home of transformation. My name is Coach Blessed Abby. I am a transformational life coach. I'm also a wife and a mother, and I wear all these hats and just enjoy being part of the transformational business. I am so passionate about transformation. And so welcome to this channel. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you for your support, the support you're showing me. Just the other day we hit 100 subscribers, and that's amazing. I am so grateful. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. I learn a lot from your comments. And thank you for each moment you take to share this message out there, because it goes a long way in bringing transformation in the society. And as I always say, I aim to transform one life at a time, because when one life is transformed, another is transformed, and then eventually a large percentage of the society is transformed. If it's your first time to be here, welcome, and we appreciate you for being here. So today is a very special day. It's my birthday, and I love birthdays. In my family, I'm the one who always reminds people about birthdays because I love celebrations. Happy moments are things I like, and so I celebrate my birthday in style. And so this time I decided to celebrate with my online viewers by inviting you to my personal space and just sharing my transformational journey. So I just want to share with you, you could be hearing transformation, and wondering, what is this transformation all about? So I decided to bring myself as a guinea pig so that you hear what transformation looks like, whether you could actually desire to experience the same transformation. So welcome. If you have not subscribed, I invite you to consider subscribing to this channel. Like, share, drop your comments in the comment section, and also hit the notification bell, because that way when I upload anything new, you will get to know. So thank you so much. So let's dive into today's video. So today, as I said, I want to share a bit about my transformational journey. I may not be able to share everything, but a few snippets here and there of what has been in my transformational journey. It's a journey that began about 2 years ago, at a time when I was at the lowest moment of my life. That time when you actually look for solutions on things that you've been ignoring, and you reach a point and you look for solutions. And so I used to be this person who was very shy. I was not confident at all. I had problems expressing myself. I never loved myself, and that automatically tells you I never knew how to love other people, because you cannot give what you don't have. And as they say, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So as much as I would look loving and I would really try to love, what I gave was substandard, because how would I give what was not inside me? I knew very little about myself, things that affect me. Little things triggered me and caused me to just erupt and be in emotional chaos. So I reached this point when I decided I really needed change, but I didn't know what to do. I kept telling a friend of mine, I feel so stuck. I would feel stuck emotionally. I would feel stuck financially. My finances were a mess. I would feel stuck in my career. I would feel stuck in my parenting. I would feel that my marriage is a mess. Everything in my life looked like a mess. And I reached a point where the choices were either giving up or looking for a solution. And so I thought to myself, if I give up, then what next? What do I give up and go to? So the solution I felt was, the brilliant solution was actually to look for help. So I tried counseling, but I wasn't consistent because, I would feel like anything that is being said is not making sense to me. And so it was such a challenge. So it has been a journey of ups and downs, but where I am now, still on the journey and growing to a better version of myself. But I would say confidently that I am a better person, a better version of me than the person I was about 2 years ago. So many things have improved in my life, my health, my relationships, and so many other aspects of my life that have changed. So that's what I want to share with you in brief, so that you get to see what does transformation really look like. So I was this person who somehow, even in that low state of my life, people somehow looked up to me for advice, and I would actually advise them and counsel them. Sometimes I wonder, how did I do it in such a low state? Maybe by the grace of God, and maybe it was just the coach in me masked in so much confusion. And so how my transformational journey started was, I shared with a friend. I told her, I feel terrible, I feel like everything is a mess, I feel like my life is so stuck, I don't even know what to do, I don't know where to turn to, I feel like quitting everything. And so she sent me an invite to a WhatsApp group and told me, please check out that group, maybe, just maybe, it could be of help to you. And so I did it. I joined the group, but I was one of the backbenchers in the group. I didn't even have the courage to share what I was feeling or to share an opinion. That is how low I was. The confidence, the followers, the people who just follow in a WhatsApp group contribute nothing. I was just there. And these coaches would post so much content. And one of the major contents they shared on was mindset. And the tagline was actually, mindset is everything. And they said with a great mindset, you can actually achieve anything you look forward to achieve in life. But that didn't make sense to me. You see, previously I had tried YouTube videos. I would go to podcasts and look for things that would to try and help myself. But I would feel the energy, the thrill. I would feel that they are really speaking to me. 2-3 days down the line, I begin to wonder, what were they talking about? It's not making sense. It doesn't apply to me. They just say that because they are okay in their lives. They are not going through the problems I'm going through. But this time round, I think God just had mercy on me and got me into this group. So I would open the group, see so many messages, sometimes 200 messages, because it was a group of many ladies. Instead of reading, I would actually scroll and close and ask myself, you mean these people, these coaches, they think we don't have things to do? We are mothers, we have things to do. And I would ignore everything. But somewhere down the line, I got to a place where now things were getting worse. I was more frustrated. I didn't know what to do. I was feeling extremely stuck. And so I thought, let me just check. What do these coaches talk about? And that's when I opened the WhatsApp. I think it was just by divine intervention. Because of course I was praying. I was asking God, please help me. But I was not willing to help myself. I think I thought a miracle would happen and everything would change. But I believe divine intervention can also come through human beings, and that is how it came for me. And so I started being keen with this group and following. And so my coach then posted an offer. She gave an offer to one of her programs and discounted it, a Christmas offer. She gave it at almost half price, or about 30 to 40% discount. And so I thought, this is good. It was a program on forgiveness, and I was really struggling with unforgiveness in my life. I was this kind of person who would behave as if things are okay. Somebody I considered to have offended me, I would talk to them, laugh with them, but I'm carrying the baggage. And so by and by, it began eating me up. Even the doctors, when you have a wound and say the wound, they go bandage the wound. If they don't treat the wound properly to the point where it dries up, it may have a scar on top of a wound inside. And so what happens, it will actually become worse. So it's better to have a healed scar, a dry healed scar, than bandage a wound which would be oozing pus inside, because that would actually destroy and kill you. If it's a leg, it would maybe cause amputation of the leg. So I think for me, I was just bandaging things, sweeping things under the carpet. But now it reached a point where it started becoming so heavy on me, and I had to look for a solution. So I said to myself, let me sign up for this forgiveness program. I am not sure I will carry it through to the end. I will attend, it was I think an 8-week program. So I said to myself, I will try it. If it doesn't work, I will just quit slowly. I will not even tell my coach I'm quitting. I'll just disappear into thin air. But that was not to happen. I actually got there and saw things that really touched my heart. My coach helped me to navigate the path of forgiveness. She helped me to see that forgiveness is a gift that I give to myself. I used to hold grudges, sometimes with the attempt to punish my offender. The person who offended me, when I would be angry at them, when I would throw insults at them, I would feel like that is enough punishment. Little did I know I was actually hurting myself more, because at that point I was ailing my body. Physically, I was unwell. I was actually pregnant with my last born, so you can imagine the harm I was doing to this baby. Because one thing I know is that when you are emotionally unwell and you are expecting, and this is for mothers, it really hurts your baby. The chemicals, the stress chemicals you produce, they go to hurt your baby. And so I was doing this harm. So she actually told me, if you can't do this for yourself, then do this for your baby, because your baby doesn't deserve to go through pain in life because of what you're going through. And so that touched my heart. So I became more consistent. I started following week by week the assignments that she gave me. And eventually I loved the program. I embraced the program. My mindset changed, and I began to see things in a new light. My perspective changed completely. And I learned to forgive unconditionally, to love unconditionally. I was this person, if you offend me, I wait for a detailed explanation. If you don't explain, then you don't deserve my forgiveness. Unfortunately, not everyone explains. Not everyone comes and tells you, and sometimes if they explain, they will not tell you the truth, because they're also afraid. Human beings are subject to fear. So they may not tell you the exact truth. And sometimes even that truth, when it comes to you, it will hurt you more. So it's even better if you don't know it. So I learned to forgive unconditionally and stop putting conditions, because I now saw it as a gift to myself, and saw it as a sign of self-love. I learned to love myself. I learned to appreciate myself. I learned that when I forgive, it actually comes back to be a great blessing to me. It eventually gets out and blesses others, but then primarily I am the beneficiary. Apart from the emotional wellness that it gave me, it also gave me physical wellness. I had so much acne on my face and some funny sores that were just appearing on my feet. And interesting enough, the time I just decided I am forgiving everything, believe me or not, the sores disappeared, the acne disappeared, and I realized it's true. When you hold unforgiveness in your heart, you're actually poisoning your heart. The hormones and the chemicals that are produced in your body, they come back to hurt you and injure you. So I was actually doing more harm than good to myself. So I am so grateful that I learned to forgive and to let go, because it really set me free. Here are the sores I'm talking about, and once I told my coach I had forgiven, I noticed that they started drying up immediately and they went away completely. I completed my 8-week program and had my baby, and my coach told me, if you're interested, there's a deeper program which entails so many things. We look at a broader aspect of your life, and this could help you overcome many challenges. So I thought to myself, if the first one has worked, then I could actually try the second. And I used to be this person who would invest in anything else, clothes, shoes, and anything but not myself. But for the first time, I found myself choosing to invest in myself, and I am forever grateful that I made that choice, because the choice I made has actually earned me more clothes, more shoes, because everything changed. The transformation was inside out. I transformed my inside, and that transformation has worked to transform my outside. So now I signed up for a 12-week program, and this program helped me to navigate everything, my past, my present, and how all this affected my future. So I was able to know why do I do what I do? Why am I unable to keep promises to myself? Why do I react the way I react? So my self-awareness grew. And I really learned so much. I learned to look at others with empathy. I learned to be grateful. This is the journey that taught me gratitude. You see me speak of gratitude. This is the journey that taught me to be grateful. And at first it was not easy. I remember when my coach instructed me to give me an assignment to journal gratitudes. And she told me, you can only do a minimum of 10 every day, every morning as you wake up. And I wondered, 10. That's when I realized our minds focus on the worst things. You forget everything you have when you're in trouble. I would forget that I am walking. I would forget that I am breathing. I would forget all those things. And she told me, I want you to think of the minute things in your life and just be grateful for those things. And so the journey started. I started journaling. And then again she told me, now go a step further. Journal affirmations. Everything negative you think about yourself, transform it now and begin to write it in the positive. For example, if I would think I am not a good mother, she would say, write, I am a perfect mother. I am enough. I am worthy. And so these things, by and by, they went changing my mind, transforming my mind. The way I view things changed. And so my perspective actually was greatly transformed. And so I am a product of that transformation. That is something I will forever be grateful for. Let me mention a few areas of my life that changed. One was my relationship with myself. That may sound funny, but I had a poor relationship with myself before. I didn't love myself. I would look at myself in the mirror, compare myself to others, and think that I don't have what so-and-so has. I would seek validation from others. It was hard for me to air my opinion when I would feel that somebody has told me or done something I don't like, instead of just saying I don't like this, I would go, hide myself, cry, and then begin to be offensive, so that I punish the other person, with my actions, with my moods. And that is so defeating, because the other person may not even care. They may not even read what you want them to read. But that was me then. That is what I used to do. So I learned to express myself respectfully, without undermining the other person's emotion or my own emotions. And I learned to love myself, to invest in myself, to take care of myself. Self-care became a priority in my life. My relationship with my own self, because I am my number one resource. Everything I do in life, I am the first resource. So I have to really take care of myself. I also stopped comparing myself with others. I used to compare myself with others a lot. Now I compare myself to the person I was yesterday. Because being better today than I was yesterday is my goal now. But then it was not the case. So a lot has changed in my relationship with myself, something of which I am very grateful. So another area that changed in my life was my family relations. I don't even know how people around me were surviving before. Because say like in my marriage, I became a better spouse. Previously I would burden my spouse with the responsibility of making me happy. But then I learned that my happiness comes from within. My validation comes from within. I cannot depend on anyone else, because they also have their own issues. And when I'm waiting for them to come and help me, come and validate me, they also have their own issues. So I end up being angry, annoyed, crying for no reason, or rather for no good reason. So my relationship with my husband changed. I became a better spouse. I became a better daughter. I became a better sibling. I became a better mother to my children. The yelling I used to do, unnecessary yelling, the banging of doors when they would go wrong. I imagine they are just young children, so innocent. That was so bad. But I thank God I got to the point where I changed. I began to see them for who they are, to appreciate them, to stop comparing them. Because at times as a parent, you start comparing and telling a child, you're not like so-and-so, which is not right. So I stopped comparing them. I valued them for who they are. So my family relations totally changed. And that gave me happiness. Your family relations can really pull you down. If you and your spouse are not doing well, you and say your mom, your dad, your children, your siblings, you can go to work and even underperform. You can live below your possible potential just because you don't have a good relationship. So my relationships changed, and that helped me to change in other aspects of my life. The other area that changed in my life was my financial aspect. I used to fear lack. I really feared lack. Maybe because I grew up hearing my parents say so many times, I don't have money. So I grew up with a mindset of lack. I didn't know this. I got to know it through my transformational journey. And so I would fear lack. Even when I would receive something with one hand, and just the other hand is already afraid of losing it. I would be so afraid of loss. I would be so afraid that, I remember one time we got this money, which was a good amount of money. And for around 10-20 minutes, I was excited, I was happy, I was thanking God. But immediately after that, I was so afraid. I was wondering, what are we going to do when this money comes to an end? We have not had money before. And so I was so afraid. And that's when I stopped and asked myself, really, Abby? What's happening? You just got the money, you've not even spent it, but you're already sad. And I knew there was a problem. But then I didn't know how to deal with it. All I did was pray. But maybe the prayer was now finally answered in my transformational journey, because my mindset, my money mindset changed. Before, I would see myself as unworthy of expensive things, of which expensive is relative. Because whatever is expensive to one person is not expensive to another. So expensive is actually relative. So I would be this over-bargaining person. I would be this person who would fear to go ask for the price because I am afraid of being told a high price. And so sometimes I would just shy away from shops, even clothes, shoes. I would just shy away, maybe have the same set of clothes, the same set of shoes for a long time, because I'm afraid of being hurt. I think I had what we call money wounds that needed to be healed, and these were healed in my transformational journey. My relationship with money changed. I think money loves those who love it too. It seems to come to those who have a better relationship with it, because my doors began to open, our family doors began to open, things began to happen, things that I saw impossible became possible. And so where I am today, I am so grateful, because my financial aspect of my life has really transformed into a better place. I am not where I used to be, something I am forever grateful for. I used to have this terrible scarcity mindset. The fear of lack is actually scarcity mindset, and in my previous video I have compared the scarcity mindset and the abundance mindset. I was that person with the scarcity mindset. Today, I look at everything from the perspective of abundance. Even if things look hard, I see an opportunity. I see that doors will open, that actually God is not limited to whatever situation is going on. So my mental blocks were removed. If you have blocks in your mind, whether you are the best, you have the best credentials, you will really not go as far as you should, because your mental blocks are blocking you. So you really have to get rid of the mental blocks for you to achieve the ultimate potential that you need to achieve. And so that's what it worked in me, the transformation in my finances. Another aspect that changed was health and fitness. I am passionate about health and fitness because this is something I have had to work on deliberately and intentionally. I am a mother of 4, and when you have 4 kids, your body takes a certain direction that sometimes may not be desirable. So after my last born, I gained so much weight. I was more than 90 kilos in weight. And I remember one day walking with my daughter, and as she walked fast, I was feeling like there is a force pulling me behind. I was so heavy. That was affecting my productivity. And so I decided I really have to work on myself. So again, the group that my coach began then worked wonders in my life. We used to have these challenges. We would do a 21 days fitness challenge. We would do a 60-day fitness challenge. We would do a 90-day fitness challenge. And the aim was, as they say, 21 days develops a habit, 90 days develops a lifestyle. And so I was very consistent in this because I was keen on developing the lifestyle. And we would do the exercises at home, in the gym, wherever you felt comfortable. And we would take the sweaty selfies and post them in the group, and that helped me a lot. It helped me because I now had to be accountable to the group. I had to be consistent. I had to just do it, go ahead and do it for myself. So that helped me a lot. This group of ladies that we worked out with, who most of them still do the workouts, it really helped, because now my mindset had changed. The mind resists new things. When you introduce new things to your mind, it resists. You may be a witness that you go to the gym, you actually sign up for gym membership, you pay, then you go twice, thrice. I remember once we went to a gym with my husband, and we ran on the treadmill. And when I came out of there, I swore I would never go back there. I felt so tired. I think I overdid it. So my mind actually rejected it. The mental blocks I am talking about. But then in this journey where I learned to be consistent, I remember our tagline was progress over perfection, because we kept looking at progress. And my coach would say, crawl, walk, run, but don't stop. Just do it. Continue doing it at your pace. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Just do it. And at the end of the day, you will see results. And I am a witness that consistency brings results. So whatever you do consistently, it actually comes to help you develop a new mindset, a new lifestyle, and that is what it did for me. And my health has improved, my body has improved. I will actually share the before and after photos so that you see where I am coming from, where I am, and of course I am aiming higher. So I still do these workouts. I am a fan of working out at home. Maybe that was a result of the corona period when we wouldn't go out, so lots of videos on YouTube on working out at home. At some point I would, when I was 90 kilos, I would run, I would jog. I'm grateful for my husband, who was like my personal coach then, because we would run together, and that really helped me to shed lots of weight. And I'm grateful that I invested time in that. So you can actually achieve that without spending any money, because what money do you need to run? What money do you need to jog? You only need bundles in your phone to do to exercise alongside the YouTube videos. So this is something anyone can achieve. But again, your mindset has to be aligned with what you want to achieve. If your mindset is not right, then you can't actually do it to the end. You will end up giving up along the way. Another area that improved and grew in my life was personal development. Initially, I would struggle to read. I would see investment in programs, signing up for programs, educative programs as a waste of time. So I joined this book club and we began reading together. I'm still a member of the book club, where we read different books, different subjects, and it has really helped me. I have learned so much. I have learned to research on things that involve me, things I am interested in. I have learned to read books books on finances, books on emotions, books on many aspects of my life. That has helped me a lot to grow in my personal development. And something funny about reading, many people think they don't have time. But the truth is, it's only that it's not a priority. Somebody said, if I told you I am going to give you $1 million to read a book, you would read. Then where would you get the time then when you're given the promise of $1 million? So I normally tell myself, when I feel like I'm stuck in reading, I tell myself there's a prize of $1 million. So with that in my mind, I begin to read. It's just a sentence in my mind to help me to stay consistent and to stay focused on what I want. The other area that improved was my career. I used to be this employee, I would call myself a toxic employee, because I would be this employee that would not really contribute, but be complaining in the background and not give my best. But when my mindset changed, I learned that I really need to be a contributor and not just a recipient. Things changed. I began showing up at work with lots of energy. My energy levels transformed to another level. And that helped me to be a result-oriented employee. That helped me to better my teamwork. I became a better team player. And so it helped me to grow, because when you're intentional, even your employer begins to see that something has changed about you. And so it was noticeable that something has actually changed in my career path. So lessons I have learned in my transformational journey. 1, consistency is key. I have said this before. You are actually a master of that which you repeatedly do. If you do something today, tomorrow, every day, you gain the mastery of it. So many people want instant results. So when you go to YouTube, you see people title their videos 7 days to lose belly fat, and you have this big tummy and you're thinking, wow, 7 days. So you sign up, and after 7 days there is no change, and you call them liars, and you are so annoyed, and you stop and never do it again. No, consistency is the secret. If you want to achieve anything in life, be consistent, do it again and again. And it takes a lot to develop consistency. It's not automatic, because as I said, mental blocks and a wrong mindset will actually hinder you from developing the consistency. You may want to do it. I tried to do it on my own, but I couldn't do it. But with the help of this coach, I was able to do it. Another thing I learned is self-love is key. I have said that you are the first resource in everything you do. So you have to love yourself unconditionally. You have to love yourself for who you are. Love your body. Love everything about you. It is so key. So that is something I also learned. I also learned to invest in self-care, taking care of myself, taking care of my body, taking lots of water. I never used to take enough water before. Now I intentionally do it. Taking fruits, taking healthy food, not just eating for eating, but just taking care of myself, investing in myself. I learned to take care of myself, and it has helped me to grow and actually to glow, and I am grateful. Another lesson is self-awareness is key. Do you know why you do what you do? Why you think the way you think? Why you respond to things the way you respond? Why sometimes you react or overreact to things? In my journey of transformation, I got to know myself better. And so self-awareness is so key. When you're self-aware, you're able to sit down when you're triggered, when your emotions are bothered. You're able to sit down and ask yourself, Abby, what's happening? What exactly is happening? And so you can actually talk to yourself and come back to your senses and reinstate your energy levels to a higher level. I also learned to be intentional in everything I do. And so this has really helped me. I am an intentional daughter, an intentional wife, an intentional coach, an intentional mother in everything I do. Because being intentional helps you to be mindful, and mindfulness helps you to be in that moment. In everything you do it for that moment. And that helps me to get better results in everything that I do. I also learned that accountability is key. It's good to have an accountability partner. In my case, my coach was and still is my accountability partner. So having an accountability partner really helps, because it's easy to slip off, forgive yourself for missing in action. But when you have somebody who will keep you on your toes and not easily let you off, you can actually gain better results. I also learned that I have to be determined to achieve everything I want. I cannot lose heart. It has not been easy. It was never easy. Some of the assignments I was given to do were not easy. They involved me breaking my mindsets, things I have held to, but I decided I have to achieve what I want. So determination is key in your transformational journey. And finally, I learned to be patient with myself. It's important to be patient with yourself because sometimes you can go up, sometimes you can go down. When you go down, you don't give up. You give yourself a hug and actually tell yourself, Abby, you can do this. You can do better. Rise up again and continue. Like an athlete who is running a race and sometimes they fall. They don't give up. They rise up and continue because the aim is to get to the finish line. So being patient with yourself helps you to achieve so much. So that's quite a bit of my transformational journey. I may not be able to share everything because it's been a long journey. But those are the areas I find key, the areas that have contributed to the version of me that I am today and for which I am forever grateful. Here are two of my sweaty selfies taken after an evening run. And these are my before and after photos. You can see so much transformation. And this is me speaking at a company event, something I would never have done before. And the joy on my face is real. I am so grateful. So why am I a life coach? So after going through this transformational journey, I felt my life change. I began to live a happy life, a life of more bliss, The sadness I used to have, the fake smiles I used to have, now I have genuine smiles. I used to have fake smiles. I used to keep a lot of sadness. I no longer keep grudges. And so that transformation was so much. So it was a beautiful experience. And it attracted me, remember I am this person who wanted to be something to do with helping people, something to do with counseling. I didn't know about coaching then, but I got to know it now. And so I decided to train as a life coach. I signed in with the African School of Coaching, where I was assigned to a coach, and I signed it to a 10-week journey, which was a serious investment in myself. As much as I was learning to be a coach, I was being coached myself. I had to learn to develop confidence. I think even my confidence to show up on YouTube came from this program because I was not confident. In this program, we used to do a Zoom where you're required to have your videos on. The way you do Zooms and people hide their faces. Here, that was not an option. And I believe it was to help us to develop confidence because, again, how would I coach people without wanting to show them my face? So I signed up for this, and it's been an amazing journey. So my aim is to be an agent of transformation. Be part of the transformation in the world, one life at a time. I feel that is the best contribution I can give for what I received. I also want to give. And so that's where the good news I was talking about at the beginning of this video comes in. So today being my birthday, I felt I want to be generous and give a gift to my viewers and all those who will come across this video. So I decided that I will give a 30% discount to each of my programs to anyone who signs in within the month of July. My birthday is today, 2nd July. So I am giving this offer for the month of July. I benefited from an offer, so I extend the same hand. So sign in. You can email me, abbyscoachinghouse@gmail.com. I will link it below. You can also WhatsApp me. I will also link the WhatsApp link below so that we can begin to talk. The consultative session is free, so you can talk to me for an hour. We can chat a way forward, and then you can see what program actually fits you so that you can sign in and also experience the joy and the bliss that you are entitled to. It's your divine right actually to have joy and bliss. You are not born to survive, you are born to thrive. So invest in your thriving, invest in becoming this better version of you. You can actually get to your ultimate potential. So don't be left behind. Sign up and let's grow together, because by you growing, I am also growing, and that is something I look forward to. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I am off to my birthday festivities, and I am so grateful for life, because life is actually beautiful. That my affirmation every morning, that I give thanks for life. Life is beautiful. So until my next video, bye and thank you so much.